What's going on, tribe? If you don't know me, my name is Massy Arias, and the time has come. I am going to get you in the best shape of your life. Today, we are performing a full body strength routine. If you want to put on muscle, if you want to decrease body fat, and if you want to have overall proprioception so that you can become a machine instead of using machines, these are going to be the workouts for you. This happens to be my MA60 day 1, so let's get ready. All you need is a bench, a mat, a surface that you can elevate your feet, whether it's plates or books, about an inch off the ground, and a couple of dumbbells, and your body. Let's get started. All right, team, so let's start with your warm-up. We're repeating every single movement of the warm-up twice. So I want you to get into this shin box. Your leg is going to form a 90-degree angle. The same back leg is going to form a 90-degree angle. And what I would like you to do to make this movement easier as you swivel your hips, we're going to do this for 15 reps. I want you to keep the heels on the ground at all times. That way, when you're swiveling, you're shifting and you end up in the same position, right? We're literally getting the hips loose. This is amazing if you have a lot of tightness on your hips. And I'm just gonna pick up the pace a bit. And last one. All right. Next, we're gonna take this warm up into a standing knee hug. If you have issues with balance, right, what I would like you to do is be on the floor. Get on the floor, right, and do this lying on the floor, alternating the knee hugs. We have 2 sets of 8 repetitions. I'm gonna pick up the pace. We're releasing the glutes, getting the body warmed up. Now, the next warm-up move is a half kneeling rotation. What I would like you to do is to form this 90-degree angle with both legs. And as you rotate, you're rotating towards the leg that is in front of you, and you're finding the heel of this front leg as you rotate. We're gonna switch. So tuck the hips under, open up. And you can take this as slow or as fast as you'd like. I'm gonna keep things a little bit more on the dynamic side. You can take your time. Beautiful. Now let's go down into our chin box again, right? Start tall, keep the heels on the floor at all times as you swivel your hips. Some of you guys will be tighter than others, but it's okay. Everything that we'll be doing for this YouTube follow-along workout series, it's going to get you really strong. It's going to get you really mobile. Again, you can use machines or you can become the machine. Let's do the last couple of reps. And just to keep it on the floor before we go standing, let's switch it up and go into the half kneeling position, right? Take a nice deep breath, tucking the pelvis, and reach. Your arms form a T, parallel to the ground. And what I want you to do is to try to extend the arms. So imagine you have a wall in front of you and one behind you, and you're reaching the arms long and straight, parallel to the floor. We're gonna switch now. So tuck under. And remember that you're always going to be rotating towards the leg that is in front of you. I want you to be cognizant of your entire body, so create some tension. Not just make this about the arms or the trunk. I want you to plant that front heel and drive it through the ground so that you're stable. Last one. Okay, now we're gonna be in the standing position for our standing knee hug. Right, work things out here. Remember, if you lack balance, I want you to lay on the floor and do these knee hugs, alternating, lying on your back. But if you want to give it a try, just do it standing. See how that feels. Last couple of reps before we start the workout. All right, hope you guys feel warmed up. Let's get into this workout. This is how the workouts are going to be laid out. 9 different exercises. We're gonna make 3 different circuits of 3 exercises performed back to back with no rest or very little rest in between, right? Once we've repeated every single set of that particular circuit, then we can move on to the next one. So let's start with circuit number 1. The first exercise, grab your dumbbells. You can actually do this without weight, but this is a strength program, so get outside your comfort zone. I am going to turn you guys into machines, and if I can do it, so can you. So we have a 45-second Bulgarian ISO hold. I want you to either curl your foot or leave it flat on the ground, whatever is comfortable. And what you're doing here, while you're looking at your timer, you're literally going to plant that half kneeling position. That's what I want you to find, right? This half kneeling position that you already did on the warm up, right? So whether you need to tuck the hips under a bit, do just that. We're gonna hold this for 45 seconds. And ISO holds are really, really important to help your nervous system tell these muscles, right? Hey, this is a good position and you're really strong there, okay? We have 5 more seconds. Keep at it. I lied. 3, 2, 1, and let's switch. Now we're gonna do the same thing with that back leg. I'm gonna wait till the timer is a little bit even. There you go. And let's find that half kneeling position, right? Another cue that I will give you when you're doing a Bulgarian squat, your front leg, your front foot, you have to make sure that you're finding the heel of that leg that's in front of you, and you're lifting, you're pushing through the floor, right? So that you're not sinking and you can find that glute. We're almost there. Push, almost there. Keep at it. Keep at it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Your legs should be on fire. Second exercise, and this is going to look like we're not doing anything, but we have a half kneeling wall ISO hold. We're holding this position for 30 seconds. What I want you to do is obviously protect your kneecap, right? You're going to assume this half kneeling position, tuck the hips under, and we're gonna hold this position for 30 seconds, but we're gonna push ourselves onto the floor, right? So we're using this front foot and we're pressed towards the wall. And you're gonna hold this for 30 seconds. It's a lot of tension. This is not easy. Let's get it, guys. Push. Pain is temporary. You got this. Continue to breathe. If you're shaky, that's okay. And let's switch. Oh, my legs. All right, so from here, start your timer. Start, curl the hips under, drive that foot or that heel towards the wall at all times, and continue to sit here. Keep at it. You should be sweating by now. I am. Keep at it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Now, this may seem like it's not gonna do much, but this is the start of building a strong core. So what I would like you to do, we're doing a modified forearm plank. So what I would like you to do is drive your knees all the way back until your hips are parallel to the floor. We are assuming this forearm plank position without crossing our hands, right? Want to keep the same distance. And from here, what you're gonna do is tuck the hips under, push away from the floor with your forearms, and try to maintain this position the entire time. You should feel tons of core here. And remember, this is a lower body day, but what this is teaching is creating the same intra-abdominal pressure that you would need when you're squatting or when you're lunging, right? Beautiful. All right, shake it, shake it, shake it. This is going to suck. First circuit usually sucks. Nobody wants to do it. It is burning, it is hurting, but it's okay because pain is temporary. And when you allow yourself to be comfortable in all these uncomfortable positions, everything is easier. I'm gonna stay here with this 20. If you guys are feeling super motivated, go up in the weight, right? And let's get it. And when it comes to this one movement, the Bulgarian squat, there's a lot of people that lack balance, and a lot of it is coming from your core. So whatever feelings you had when doing the modified forearm plank, that intra-abdominal pressure, right? That's what I want you to find in this position, right? Involve your entire body, not just, your lower half. Everything has to be tensed. Everything has to be firing. We're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, shake your legs. Get ready, fall into your deepest Bulgarian. We're gonna be doing a lot of isometric holds in this program, right? Or for the MA 60 day, we did a lot of isometric holds, but for this series on YouTube, the goal is to help you guys become really, really strong. OMG, right here. Keep at it, team. Keep at it. Keep at it. You're almost there. Push. Push. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it, shake it. I said very little rest in between. Today, I'm pretty sure I'm kicking your butt because I'm kicking my own butt. So let's get down into this half kneeling position. Okay. So remember, tuck under, push, and drive. Right here. Tying up your glutes. Make sure you're finding the heel of this leg and the heel of this leg that is on the wall at all times. I didn't set my timer. Let's say we're 30 seconds in. Sorry guys. All right, let's reset. Curl the hips under and push. You should feel tons of glutes, tons of hamstring. If you're curling the hips under, involve every breath, every exhale, put it in your core, right? So vacuum everything, push yourself onto that wall. We're almost there. Oh boy. 3, 2, 1. All right, team. Again, pain is temporary. Keep telling yourself this. All right, so let's talk about this intra-abdominal pressure we're creating here. Okay? So, when you tuck your hips under, right, you're turning on your core, right? When you're pushing away from the floor with the heels of your palms, you're actually creating this column and really working on your scapular mobility, your shoulder mobility, if you think about it. And we're creating a lot of stability and muscular endurance for the movements that we'll be doing later on. Now, tap into the feeling that your core is experiencing right now. That's the same pressure I want you to have when doing a Bulgarian, and I am sweaty. Okay, this is not gonna be easy, but remember, every single workout, you will become stronger. You do not wanna leave your space, your workout, knowing you could have held it for that extra second, because at the end of the day, and I'm probably gonna say this on every single workout, your pain is temporary. This is not gonna last, but you will become stronger. So let's get into that third and last set. This is probably gonna be the hardest set, right? If you wanna stay here, if you wanna drop the weight and just do it body weight, you can. But if I'm pushing myself outside of my comfort zone, I want you to fuel yourself up and do it the same way. So let's start that timer. Let's go, team. Right here. Hopefully you guys have a great plate list. So tune in, start visualizing. What do you want to work on the most? You want to build muscle? This is what's going to do it. You want to get rid of pain, right? And injury? This is what's going to get you super strong, okay? So keep finding the heel of the front leg, right? See if you can find some more glute, right? Keep at it. We have 10 seconds. You're almost there. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Okay? Okay. Let's get into this half kneeling position. Boom, lock it in. You're right there. You're right, almost there. This is the last movement of this circuit. Do not quit, right? You see the sweat dripping. Do not quit. You're almost there. Keep at it. Keep at it, team. 10 more seconds. 5, 4. You did that. All right, we did it. Let's put our weights back, right? Now, we're gonna move to the last 2 exercises, my legs. Oh my God. Okay. Boom. Now, tell me again if you need a machine to give you this type of burn. No, we're literally going to use our bodies to be the machines. I'm gonna turn you into a machine. So let's go. Keep pushing yourself onto the wall. We have 2 seconds and let's switch. Holy cow. I am really burning here, especially on this movement, right? But I don't wanna make weird noises. I gotta stay strong for you guys, but inside, I'm literally crying. Can you see it? Okay. Push. Halfway there. Come on. You got this. Continue to tuck the hips under and push. See if you can find both of the heels of those feet, right? And find a little bit more glutes. Holy cow. 3, 2, 1. Now I have a question for you. But did you die? No. Now that you know what we have in store for every single workout, this is how I want you to feel empowered. So we're gonna look at the second circuit. We have 3 other movements. So on this list, I hope you're sweating. I hope you're already sweating. All right, so for this move, we have a wall linear lunge. We have 8 repetitions, 3 sets. Then we have a wall T ISO hold and a bear ISO hold, bear position ISO hold. So if you wanted a strong core, this is going to do it for you, okay? All these ISO movements, we're doing it for a specific reason. Not only do we get the muscle or that tissue to become, to have more endurance, right? But those ISO holds, they make you really, really strong in those positions, right? So 3 sets of a wall linear lunge. So we're gonna take the half kneeling position, right? But I want you to find it at the bottom, right? And when I mean find it at the bottom, find this half kneeling position at the bottom. The entire time, just like the half kneeling wall ISO hold, you will be pushing yourself onto the wall, so that heel has to remain on the wall at all times. So let's get it. And what you want to think is that back leg is the one shooting straight down, the knee into that half kneeling position, right? That's 3, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now we're gonna switch. Okay. Just 2. And if you see me adjusting, it's because I know what the half kneeling position should feel like, right? So pay attention when you're doing a movement, whether you look at yourself in the mirror, that you understand, what does this feel like when I'm doing it with the right position, right posture, right form, right? That way, when you don't have a mirror, you can try to find those sensations to give you a more proprioception, right? Okay, wall T ISO hold. So I've decided to modify this, right? For the premise of the video, right? But you're gonna grab this foot, right? Whichever you feel like doing first. Then you're gonna drive that hip in a straight line with your knee, and you're gonna push yourself onto that wall by curling the hips under. We're gonna hold this position for 30 seconds, okay? Grab your pad, secure your knee, elevate this leg. All right, let's start the timer. Curl the hips under. Push away from the floor with the heels of your palms and maintain this position. Continue to try to press that heel, that entire foot onto the wall. And you want it to be parallel to the floor. So if you don't see my leg being parallel to the floor, it's because I have a cable behind me. But make sure that yours is, all right? We are going to switch. Start your timer. And be aware of where that hip is in relation to the knee. Straight line, okay? Push and curl the hips under slightly until you turn your core. Right now, your arms should be burning, right? Since you're holding some body weight with straight arms, and you've been also in an ISO hold. So keep at it. If you're trembling right now, that's okay. 3, 2, 1, let's push. So the third movement, and pay attention to this one, is the bear ISO hold, okay? So what I would like you to do is form a straight line from hip to knee, from shoulder to wrist, and what I would like you to do is curl the hips under to turn on your core while you push away from the heel of those palms, and we are going to take our knees off the ground, keeping this position the entire time, okay? 30 seconds. You want a strong core? You want to get rid of back pain? Then this is it. By now, you should be feeling your arms being involved. Even though this is not an upper body day, every single workout we do targets the entire body. There we go. Down, back to the lunges. Let's pick this up. No rest in between. Now you have all the cues, you know what to do. Let's just turn it up a notch. All right, so I'm gonna go a little bit faster now, right? So hold your dumbbells, 8 repetitions, right? Making sure we're finding both heels, right? The back heel remains as you go down and as you go up entirely on the wall. And that front leg, you're always trying to find the heel. Let's switch. It's 1, 2, 3. You got this. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, team. Back to the wall T ISO hold. All right, make sure straight line, just like the bear crawl, from hip to knee. Curl the hips under slightly. Start a timer. Push away from the floor and drive that heel towards the wall. Continue to remind yourself to push away from the floor so that you're not collapsing onto your shoulder blades, right? Arms should be on fire right now. You're almost there. Let's go, team. Let's push. 2, 1, and switch. Holy cow. Okay, let's get in position here. Reset. Let's get it. Oh boy. If your arms are on fire, that's okay. You wanted strong shoulders, right? You wanted nice arms, right? And arms that can sustain the load of your body weight, right? Keep at it. 3, 2, 1. Shake those arms. No rest in between. Let's go. Okay, so straight line from shoulder to wrist and from hip to knee. Let's go. Push away from the floor. Curl the hips under. Get off the floor. Right here. Every time you exhale, see if you can connect to your core. You're almost there. We have one more set. You got this. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I wish you could see how much sweat I have right now. And if you're able to see it drip on the floor, I hope that inspires you. All right, so curl the hips under. This is the last set for this circuit. Let's move it. Listen to your own voice. Why are you doing this? So visualize that, and when it starts burning and hurting, this is exactly what you think for, what you think of. Okay, let's go. 4, 5, 6, 7, last one, and 8. I'm gonna put this weight back. Ooh, my arms. Okay, team, I haven't done this workout since the top of the year, but let's set up our timer, right? We're gonna get in position, right? Curl the hips under, make sure you have a straight line from that hip to the knee, and let's call it 30 seconds. So I want you to drive your arms towards the wall so that you can keep that heel and all that tension. So you should feel glutes, hamstring, core. Your arms should be on fire right now. And you shouldn't be collapsing on your scapulas. You should be protracting, meaning pushing away from the floor to keep those arms really straight from the heels of your palms, right? So you're pushed away from the floor. 3, 2, 1. You should be dripping in sweat at the moment, okay? Let's set, get in position, and start your timer. 30 seconds. Continue to breathe. Literally, there's so many different ways you can move your body. And if you're training, and there's a lot of science behind it, you can become extremely strong. And this is what all these workouts are going to be about. Helping you not only get strong, but build muscular endurance and be super strong with your body. The muscle is going to come. As you can see, I'm sweating. You're going to change your body composition, right? With me, hopefully. Okay, so you're done with that. Did you die? No, you didn't. Okay, so let's make straight line from hip to knee and curl, lift. Okay, so I will talk you through the next 3 movements. We have heels elevated goblet squats. We have a bench single leg hip extension, and then we have a forearm side plank, okay? So we're gonna stay here in 3 and 2. Okay, I keep forgetting my timer. Okay, let's keep at this. Stay here. 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, down. Okay, so the next 3 exercises for the last circuit, we're going to elevate our heels, right? And what this does, if you guys didn't know, it not only puts you in better position for jumping, right? But it increases, if you have lack of ankle mobility, if you're restricted in your ankles, when you're doing a squat, you're gonna have the feeling of falling back, right? You're not gonna be able to get into the deeper ranges of motion that a squat demands, right? So I'm gonna set this to 65. Okay. There we go. So if you're a beginner, the goblet squat is the best thing you can do. If you lack mobility, by elevating your heels about 1 inch or 1.5 inches off the floor, it's going to put you in really great position. Because the weight is in front of you, and this is one of the best squat variations that you can do as a beginner, because you have this counterweight, it's gonna put you in really good position. So you're not gonna mess up your squat. So let's have this shoulder or hip width apart stance. whether you're doing it with kettlebells or with this setup with dumbbells, we're gonna keep the elbows in at all times, right? So keep your elbows in, tuck your chin under, 12 repetitions. Stand through the heel of the ankles of your legs, okay? That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Beautiful. Now we have a bench single leg hip extension. What I would like you to know for this particular movement, if you don't have much inner thigh strength, if your adductors and your core are not strong enough to perform this movement, then what you're gonna do is get that leg closer to the bench or to the chair or whatever surface you chose to elevate your leg. So this is what I mean. If you're a beginner, start right about here, but I'm going to straighten my legs. I'm gonna use the floor with my arms spread out to curl the hips under simultaneously as I raise my hips towards the floor. We're keeping the rib cage down. So we are not only engaging our core, but everything that we do as we bridge up targets the glutes and the hamstrings and the core. For 12 repetitions, we're gonna switch. Okay, 1, 2, keep the rib cage down. 3, 4, 5. This actually makes it a little bit more difficult. So if you wanna use the ground to support yourself, great. If you wanna make it a little bit more difficult and use more core, you can raise your arms. 2 more. And if I'm missing count, I'm sorry. Bonus reps. All right, so now we have a ISO hold. So we're gonna get you really strong on a frontal plane. If you don't know what that is, our bodies move in different planes of motion, right? So I want you to be strong in all these different planes of motion and movement. So we have a forearm side plank. The way you're gonna be doing this forearm side plank, I want you to stagger the top leg in front of the bottom leg. And what I would like you to do is we're pushing away from the floor with this forearm, keeping a straight line from shoulder to elbow and elbow to wrist. Okay, so for 30 seconds, what you're gonna do is lift your hips off the floor, push away from the floor with the heels of your palms, and literally, I'm trying to find bottom glute by pressing away from the floor with the outside part of the leg that's on the ground behind me, right? And I'm doing the same. I'm driving the inside part of my leg towards the floor. If this is too difficult for you, you can always bring the top leg and lessen the weight that's on your shoulder, right? We're gonna switch. Lift, right? Straight line. I did that very easy because I'm really strong in this position, right? And ISO holds are usually integrated from time to time in everything that I do, right? So push away from the floor, continue to push away from the outside part of that leg that's on the bottom, right? And driving the leg that's staggered in front of you down onto the floor, right? Okay. Back to the squats. No rest in between. This is the beauty of circuit training. All right. Grab your weights. Let's get it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Whoa. All right, back to the single leg extensions. Okay, and 1. If this is too difficult, remember, you can always start closer to the bench to lessen the weight that you're lifting, right? And continue to practice tucking the hips under, right? And keeping the rib cage down to engage your core at all times. All right, we're gonna switch. There we go. Connect to your body. This circuit is a little bit less demanding, right? So get that heart rate down, right? We're gonna go right into our side plank. Okay. 30 seconds. And there's a lot of individuals that have put a lot of their tension on their necks. And how do you get rid of this is by involving your entire body, right? So make sure that your core is nicely engaged, that you're pushing, that you're using your glutes, that you're putting all this weight evenly onto your body, not just tense up, right? On just one area. We're gonna switch. 30 seconds, lift, we're almost there. You made it. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy we're doing this. I can't wait to hear your suggestions, what you guys think of this particular workout, what you want to see next. Can't wait for you to share it, and for you to do it. Remember, you're doing this twice a week, okay? 3, 2, 1. Let's move on to the last set of goblet squats. So, you learned today, if you're a beginner, goblet squats, it's where you want to start when it comes to squats. You also learned that by elevating your feet or your heels when you are in this goblet squat, you're able to increase the range of motion on your ankles, right? Which puts you in a better position for squatting altogether. What did I do? There we go. Boom. Last set. Because the weight is in front of you, your core should be engaged. So anything that has the weight in the front puts a lot of emphasis on the core, right? Try to find the heels of your feet. 4 more. Beautiful. Holy cow. Woo! Okay. What did you learn today? Today we learned that by finding the heel of our feet, usually, that's gonna trigger a response of, hey, hello glutes, hello hamstring. So whether you're doing a lunge, whether you're doing a squat, you always wanna focus on the heels of your feet, right? Making that connection. This is why it's so important that your body is fully connected. Not just you're thinking about what the exercise is working, but you focus that your entire body is working in unison to make this movement seem like it's perfect, right? Or to perform it properly. I believe this is the last one, the last set of your forearm plank. Oh. Okay, straight line from shoulder to wrist. If you want to start as a beginner, you can start here, right? If not, extend your legs. You want the hips parallel to the floor, right? And these sorts of movements are really boring. Nobody likes to do them because they're not sexy, but this is the foundation of your movement, right? So I still do planks, and I do them for longer, a longer of a duration, but I still get it done. Let's move towards the other side. Beautiful. Hold it. We're almost there. So proud of you guys. Hopefully you've been able to keep up during the entire workout. And if you were not able to keep up, I want this to motivate you. I want this to motivate you instead of, making you feel like you're never going to get to this point. This is how you get to the next level. This is how you push past your comfort zone. All I'm asking is that you show up with intensity, with the right intention, and the intention should be to do the best you can do with what you have available and your own fitness level. If you show up, if you get it done, and if you push past your comfort zone, that's all you can do. So be proud of that and get motivated. This is only the beginning. I hope you enjoyed the workout. Let me know, subscribe, share this with a friend, and also let me know in the comments, how did you do and what would you like to see next? Let's get it.